Welcome back to Charter California Edition. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Brad Pomerance. Our guest is Bob Kelley. He is a member of the City Council in Atascadero, and I've known you for some time, and you have been a tireless advocate for the homeless in San Luis Obispo County. We've spoken about a fine homeless shelter in your eyes, which is the Echo Shelter, El Camino Homeless Organization. Talk to us about the latest developments with regard to Echo in Atascadero.
Yes, at the last City Council, there's SB Bill number 2, which yes, which designates that every jurisdiction has to identify a location for a homeless shelter. Fortunately, Echo was already established in our community, and so we went through the process of identifying and certifying more or less that Echo would be our designated homeless shelter location.
But there was some controversy surrounding Echo's meals program. Echo has been giving out food, and it's been a successful program, but there were some concerns of local residents.
Yes, Echo, normally as they're set up right now, they just currently were able to buy their building, so they're going to be increasing their overnight stays. But currently they house about 35 people overnight and feed them. But they also have people that come and partake in the meals only, and they'll feed up to 50 to 60 people a night. And the problem seemed to be with those extra 15 or 20 people that when they left the neighborhood that they might be lingering in the neighborhood or causing problems or what have you. So there were some citizens' concerns about their meal program.
And so what happened? I guess the board didn't want to necessarily end the meal program, but wanted some restrictions?
Well, they really didn't want any restrictions. Recently, they hired an executive manager, and they have been actually upgrading their operation more from a volunteer point of view to a more professional. And voluntarily, they have agreed to put like 2 monitors out in the parking lot during the meal hours. There was one neighbor that had some concerns. They said they were going to build a type of a retaining wall, soundproof wall behind there.
What about the land use restriction, though? Because the city council gets involved in that. Right. Should there be a conditional use permit, or how will it work?
Well, that's what ended up happening, is they wanted to have a conditional use permit employed to address the additional meal program. I was the lone council member that voted against that. I thought that it would be more beneficial to utilize this operations agreement for a year to see how it works, and we could fine tune it, and if we needed a conditional use permit ordinance, we could actually write one that was beneficial to both parties.
So it did pass, though, 3-1,
yes,
with one member not present. So what does this mean for Echo?
Just another layer of bureaucracy that they're going to have to go through. Fortunately, the city council waived the fees to do this, and it's not a deal killer. It'll be something that everybody can work with. I just didn't think that we needed another layer.
So you don't believe that the meals program will be excluded from?
No. Part of the new agreement is that they can feed up to 80 people in there.
Okay, so how are you feeling about Echo? I mean, you've been on this journey for quite some time. As you said, they bought their building. Now they are SB2 certified. They're going to expand their meals program. What does this mean to you?
You know, Echo is just great. I serve on several homeless committees and what have you through the county, and Echo should be the benchmark for everybody. I think in the past they were housing and feeding people for $5.20 a night. I think their cost will go up as they hire this executive manager and what have you. But still, and if you go over there, half of the people are kids. And it's really an eye-opener. I would encourage more people to go over there to volunteer or just to take a look. Because
I've met, what's her name? The executive director? Shimon.
Well, there's several. There's Charlotte Byrne and Mike Byrne.
Right, I've met a few of the people, and there's no doubt they're so committed.
The volunteer group is just incredible. And it's not the people that you see on the freeway ramps or under the trees. These are hard luck people.
Okay.
And Echo
well, thank you for your efforts. Thank you so much. He's Bob Kelley. He is on the City Council on Atascadero. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks for watching. We're going to send you back to HLN.